I am sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive us.
Crown-Indigenous Relations Minister Gary Anandasangaree provided the historic apology for the federal government's role in the killing of Inuit sled dogs between the 1950s and the 1960s in the community of Kangiqsujuaq in Nunavik in northern Quebec. The apology was well received, with Anandasangaree receiving a standing ovation and being embraced by elders.
You can't really move forward until the party who did you wrong admits they're wrong. And then to ask for forgiveness was quite powerful. And it was even more powerful when the elders accepted his apology.
The killing of sled dogs devastated their population, forcing Inuit into a sedentary lifestyle and taking away part of their autonomy. The massacre contributed towards mental illness, addiction, and intergenerational trauma, still felt by many in the community.
I've heard from elders of the horror of the mass killing of the dogs that occurred in this community. The Inuit were shot, burnt in a pile on the ice in front of the owners, and the remains were left there for the winter, forcing the community to be reminded daily of the violence and trauma of losing their dogs.
Many believe this is a step forward in reconciliation and are looking to revitalize Nunavik's culture and sled dog population, including dog musher TV Dupuis.
Kind of like the federal day schools and the residential schools, the dog slaughter is just another aspect of it. And this is maybe a part of it, part of reconciling with a bigger machine that was a cause to how we live today. My first
Dupuis says raising a dog team requires the community to come together.
I'm fairly new to this. It's been about 3 years that I even got on my cousin's team, started building my own team. So we shared the tasks where I learned from him, I learned from my neighbors, so George, Kyle, whose dogs you see here. I learned from them and eventually started my own team.
The federal government has launched $45 million to promote the revitalization of communities in Nunavik.
Gary, on behalf of Nunavik and the RCMP, we accept your apology.
Kangiqsujuaq President Pita Atami initially requested $75 million.
That 45 million sounds like a lot of money, but when you think about it, and with the cost of living up here and the hundreds of people that lost their sled dogs, it's not going to go very far in terms of compensation for the people that will receive funds. We want them to come up with the proper funds in order to have a proper healing process done. So we are still working with the Government of Canada.
Kangiqsujuaq is still deciding how it will utilize these funds to its full potential. But it will be using some of the funds to support mushers like Dupuis.
We're lucky that we're resilient people. We have resilient people that are willing to help teach the next generations on how to survive. This is a big part of survival. A lot of this too is mental health. Like, you know, things aren't going well at home. Some people use hockey, soccer, sports, but this is like a second family, you know? It's amazing. I have a small team. Some guys have bigger teams. So it's definitely rewarding.
Savannah Craig, APTN National News, Kangiqsujuaq.